Is my mic still on?
Yes, it's on.
Okay.
What do you think about the term locking in?
People's perception of locking in can mean a few things. Like it can mean putting their headphones on, being angry, or, actually thinking about what they need to do. Like, visualization, which is really good. But sometimes it means more than that. It means your preparation before your session. When people say, I'm just gonna lock in for this set. Lock in before you come into the session. Be aware of what your intentions are coming into the session rather than just like, it's my top set now I gotta lock in. I think that's such a waste of an opportunity for you to actually lock in. I think I have like 3 points I can talk about. Let's do some squats. Okay, so I think my first tip is to set clear intentions for your sessions or for your entire week. So you'll be surprised how many lifters I talk to, and if I ask them, hey, what are you training today? They would look at me, oh wait, let me check my program. Even though they're on their week 3 of their program. You've been doing this for like 3 weeks already, and you still rely on your app or your spreadsheet to tell you what to do. I think by that time, I think you should be able to actually remember the things that you have to do for the day. And one thing that you can do is before the week starts, you can look at your program, set like your intentions for each program, for each session, and then you can sort of organize. Oh, okay, I have a heavy deadlift on Thursday. Therefore, I need to actually have enough sleep, make sure I have enough calories for that day, I'm well recovered. I think that's setting yourself up for better results rather than, coming into the session. And then again, it's that whole idea of like, I need to lock in when I need to get into my session or like when I'm about to lift. But I think set your intentions a little earlier than that. So the next tip is to learn how to narrow your focus. Whether you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, we all need to be working on something, technical things or mindset, something that will allow us to lift a little bit better. You might have your coach suggest a few cues to improve something within your training. I think your job as the lifter is to learn how to implement those cues at the right time. When you're lifting heavy, you shouldn't be thinking about everything that you need to improve on. The best way you can sort of funnel it into one cue is by each warm-up set that you do, you can definitely work on one cue and then work on the next one for your next set. And if you don't need to actually think about something that doesn't relate to your session, then you learn how to eliminate those things and funnel it into one cue by your last warm-up. And then maybe by the time you do your top set, you're actually just thinking about lifting heavy. You don't have to actually think about anything technical because that can actually limit your performance. What do you think? My third tip would be to give yourself feedback immediately after you do your set and take note of it. And then for your next session, when you have to squat again, remind yourself with those feedback. Because how often do you record your lifts and then you might actually just send it to your coach immediately. You might not even watch it. And you just wait for your coach to actually give you a feedback. I think you should take that opportunity to give yourself a feedback as well, so that by the time your coach gives you the feedback that you're wanting, you might be on the same page already. It gives you a little bit more clear intentions for your next session. And that's how you can sort of like make notes and make a productive goal setting for the week after. Not bad. Guys, my butt is sore. So, Vinning, Danielle, and I went to Pilates yesterday.
Put your feet onto your full bars. And then push yourself out again. So you're pushing yourself all the way up. Lock your knees out for me. Whilst I...
And I've never done it.
This is the last one, I promise. This is the last one. Why?
And now I don't know if I can deadlift. We'll see how we go though. We just finished that session and I'm pretty happy that I managed to get through it. I gotta be honest, coming into that session, I was a little bit apprehensive because one, I am so sore from Pilates yesterday, and two, I am just extra busy with the business side of things at the moment. And to be honest, I haven't been sleeping enough. I also haven't been maximizing my nutrition. So things are less optimal right now. And we live in a time where powerlifters are a little bit more educated when it comes to knowing how external stresses affect our performance, right? And I think it's a really, really good thing. Powerlifters nowadays really do take care of themselves in terms of not only inside the gym, but also outside of the gym. And it's a good thing. But I do think sometimes we fall into the trap of thinking that because we are experiencing a little bit more higher external stresses than usual, we almost assume that we will already have a bad session. It's sometimes a good reminder that we can control our controllables. And despite being in a less optimal state, we can still have a good session. We need to make sure we frame our mindset. Okay, I'm aware that my body's not feeling great, but we can still do stuff in the gym and we can come out of this productively rather than accepting the fact that like this is going to be a bad session. I think you're putting yourself in a compromise situation when you already think that way coming into the session. So just a reminder that even though external stresses are high, you can still have a good session. I'm going to end the video here. Stay in your element.